my subscribers here on YouTube and my followers on my other social media platforms have been reaching out to me concerning this topic. I have decided to make a video on today, and they've been asking me, Sir Comedy, can you make a video so that we can know the documents that are needed to apply for Canada student visa? That is why I have decided to make this video today, because it is no longer news that Canada has made a lot of changes this past few months, and I have done some videos on that. So for those who want to know what is the latest news as regards Canada student visa and study permits, please, I have those videos here on my YouTube channel. All you have to do is just scroll down a little bit. You will see those videos. I have over 100 videos here on my YouTube channel. And right now in this very video, I will be giving you the documents that are needed. This might not be the exhaustive list of all the documents, but trust me, the documents I'll be giving you in this video are the main ones, if not all, that you will need to use to apply for the Canada student visa. Because right now we are into the school season. Admissions have started already. People have been traveling to Canada for studies, and this is why I have decided to make this video. We can call it the timely video of the documents needed to apply for the Canada student visa. If you are just coming across my channel, my name is Nosa Comedy, the man with the remedy. Many of my fans call me Nosa with the sauce, from the source. That's because I bring legit information to you undiluted. So right here, we don't sugarcoat anything. We talk them the way it be. You don't understand? So, and also if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and also give this video a big like so that YouTube can recommend this video to people who might be interested as well. And I want to thank you, all my returning and existing subscribers. We just clocked 25,000 subscribers here on YouTube, like we do back home where I come from in Edo State, in Benin City. Wawesi, 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 Wayawesi, Wayawesi. That means I'm just saying thank you, every one of you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Keep supporting me. Keep sharing my videos. Keep subscribing. And keep recommending these videos to people, because we have a lot of videos here that are changing lives. So I won't stop to be making that legit video. And also don't forget, I am not a travel agent. I don't do visa. You understand? So now let's go to this video proper. The first on my list is you need a valid passport. And this passport thing can be not too understood. Please pay attention. When you are applying for a Canada student visa and your studies in Canada will be like 2 or 3 years, make sure your passport expiry date is more than the year of your studies. That is to say, if your studies will be ending in 3 years, make sure you have a passport that will cover those your study years. Because Canada will not give you a student visa that will exceed the expiry date of your passport. If your passport is expiring on the 22nd of April, next 2 years, Canada will not give you a visa that will expire more than that. So visa validity is usually based on the expiry date of your passport. But that is not to say that because you have a 10 years visa, they are going to give you... Sorry, that is not to say because you have a 10-year passport, they are going to give you a 10-year visa for students. No. That works when you are applying for the Canada visitor visa. When, if you have a 10-year passport, you can stand a chance of being given a 10 years Canada visitor visa. So for the student visa, make sure your passport expiry date exceeds the date of your graduation the date you are rounding up your studies. So that is number one. Number two, family form. This family form is that kind of form that will let the visa officer know if you are married, divorced, your relationship status, if you are single, you have children, how many number of children you have, father, mother, siblings. If you were previously married, you are now married. This is why it is called the family form. So it gives the visa officer an idea of how your family look like. It's like an overview of your family, the details about your family. That is why it's called the family form. Number two on my list, or let's say number three, because we said passport, family form. Then the next one will be the letter of intent. This letter of intent, is like when we say, what are your intentions? So you have to let the visa officer know through this letter why you have decided to study in Canada, why you have chosen to study that program you want to come and study in Canada. Because ordinarily, it is possible you have that same program in your country, but instead, you decided to come and study that program in Canada and not in your country. You have to convince the visa officer by letting them know why, what you stand to gain, how you intend to use this knowledge you will gain from this program you want to come and study in Canada to better the lives of you, your family, and your people and your community. You will have to let them know, because many of you don't know that you have to do this, but I'm just telling you the way it is. That is why it's called letter of intent. Let the officer know what are your intentions of coming to Canada to study, what you stand to benefit. That is what this one is all about. How this program will better your life after you finish in Canada. Mind you, like I said in my previous videos, ordinarily they are expecting you to finish school and go back home. Don't go there and be saying you want to, this course will better you because you want to stay in Canada and work. It go over you. The next one on my list, letter of acceptance or acceptance letter. So we say LOA, letter of acceptance. This letter of acceptance is a document to validate the admission you have been given in that school. Because this letter of acceptance has your program you want to come and study, the resumption date, what this program is all about, the school name, everything is on this letter of acceptance. This acceptance letter is a letter to show that that school, they've accepted you. You have accepted them. So that's why it's called letter of acceptance. So you need them. The next list is transcript from your school and your certificates. Let's say you are applying to go and do your master's in Canada, which means you already have a first degree. So that your first degree certificate and the transcript, that your transcript from your school is also needed. So the next one here is marriage certificate, birth certificate, and change of name documents. This one is very, very important, especially for women. While you were single, you had a surname. Now you are married, most probably you have added your husband's name. So you will have to show documents how you were answering this name and now answering this one. So your marriage certificate is very, very important to buttress this point to this visa officer, and also other documents you can lay your hands on that will show how you were answering this name and now answering this name. And you have to bring birth certificates. So this one is also needed. The next one here is proof of payment of your tuition fee. We all know that for those of you who are studying in Canada or you are applying to go and study in Canada, the school may have required you to pay tuition deposit. And after payment, there was a receipt that was given to you. You need to have a copy of this receipt. Yes, this will be added and it's needed for your visa application because they want to be sure that you have paid tuition fee to that school. But there are also cases where that school may require you to start payment when you get to Canada. But for the people I know who have applied to study in Canada, that are currently studying in Canada, I am just simply telling you what they did. So tuition fee deposit receipt is very, very important. You have to provide that too. And also medicals. Medicals are very, very important, or is very, very important. Because when it comes to medical, there is what they call upfront medical. It's like doing it upfront. Before you even apply for your study permit, you do this. And there are usually designated centers where these medicals can be done. So do your research to find more about that. The next one here on my list is a resume. There is a guy who applied for visa last year. I was together with that guy on that journey, even though I don't stay in Canada. He was required to write a resume after he was advised. So he wrote a resume because that guy was working in Nigeria before he left for Canada. So just a resume saying what he has been doing and where he has experience in. Basically, that's it. Nothing too special about that. The next one will be record of employment. Yes, if you are employed before, or you were employed while you are, or you are employed while you are applying for this visa, you need your record of employment. And under this, you have your employment letter, payment slips, work ID cards. So basically, that is it, to let the visa officer know that you have a job in your country. But if it's the case where you are self-employed, you will have to provide your business, the registration certificate of your business, your tax slips. You all know this is what you will need to convince the visa officer right there that you have a running business back home in your country. So the next one on my list is proof of family ties, or people will say proof of home ties. This one is very, very important. You have to also prove to the visa officer that you have ties to your country, because if you don't establish this before you'll be given this visa, it will be very, very difficult. Because even though Canada know that there is a possibility for you to stay in their country after you finish your studies by working, they don't want that staying in their country to be your first intent. Just like I said, when it comes to the statement of intent, where you have to convince them that you are coming here to study, this is how this study will benefit you, and after you finish your studies, in their country, you are coming back home to use that program to impact your own self and impact lives of people around you. So you will have to prove to them that because of these ties you have to your country, it can be businesses. I will do a video on this. I have done a video on this before, but I will do a video on this, on how you can establish ties to your home country. So it can be family, it can be businesses or business, it can be a job. But for the sake of going for studies, basically business can do, your properties, your family ties. So these are ways to establish home ties to your country. And the next one is proof of funds. Proof of funds. Yes, proof of funds to show that you have the tuition fee ready. In many cases, they are expecting you to have the full year tuition fee in your account. So proof of funds is very, very important, which will show them how well you are capable to be able to take care of yourself financially in Canada because they don't want you to be stranded. And also under this proof of funds, if you are using a sponsor, please note this, it is very, very important. If you are using a sponsor, you will need a letter of sponsorship from your sponsor. That is to say, your sponsor has agreed to be the one to sponsor you. So there must be a letter that will be provided to that effect. And his international passport pages, you can photocopy or scan as the case may be. You need it. And also his employment letter, pay slips, employment pay slips. So that is needed. And his tax payment slips. At least they want to make sure that he's a law-abiding citizen of his country, that he's paying tax. And if you are the one using your own personal proof of funds, you will have to provide tax payment slips as well. And also for you, you will also have to provide, like I said earlier, under your record of employment, your employment letter. So if he's the one to sponsor you, he will be the one to, he will also be the one to provide all these things that you are supposed to provide. And also, just a bonus here, in Canada, for those who are going there to study, you need police clearance. I think I stated this earlier. Police clearance is needed just to let the officer know that you have not committed any crime in your country. That is what basically is for, because they don't want to bring somebody, they don't want to allow somebody who has committed a crime in their country to come to Canada. So they don't want that. So they just want you to be cleared by the police, because I know in Nigeria, people are getting this from police stations. So go to the station, get a police clearance, add it to it. These documents I have just listed are the documents that are needed to apply for the Canada student visa and study permit. So please guys, in the comment section of this video, tell me what you want me to make a video on next, and I will surely deliver, because this video is coming based on popular demand. And till I see you in my next video, guys, keep winning and don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. Always believe in yourself.